Greetings and salutations, my lovely people. It is currently 3:33 my time, and I wanted to hop on here. I'm not giving tarot readings tonight. I'm not doing pendulum readings tonight. I just wanted to hop on here and give a little synopsis. And just in case if I have to give more synopsis, I'll be more than glad to keep repeating myself, which I'm probably pretty sure I'm going to have to keep doing. My hair's a mess. I look like a wild ass peacock. I'm wild. I'm crazy. You're going to have to get used to it because that's just my energy. And I'm just a flamboyant person. Now, the video says, did I burn out? Well, I normally give tarot readings on Facebook, and I do the 3-card spread like I did on here. Now, this is the interesting part. Now, when I started this YouTube channel, I don't just do tarot readings on here. And I wanted to break it down and explain because I don't want the people, because the second tarot reading I got, oh my God, did it pop off? It popped off. I mean, it exploded. I normally get that kind of reaction in my Facebook group, so I'm used to that. I'm used to the people in the group. I mean, I have a wonderful reaction with the people in there. I know how to, and my kitchen's a mess, so I'll overlook that. Normally, sometimes I do it in my room, sometimes I do it in my garage. It's normally clean, but like I said, I'm packing, so it's a little bit of a dishevel, as we would say. But as in my intro, as I stated, this is not just a tarot reading pendulum channel. I'm going to want to teach about CBD because a lot of people have been asking. A lot of people are scared to go ask about CBD because a lot of people will feel like they're stupid because, or not that they're stupid. They'll feel, shy, or people misjudge them walking into a CBD store. I am actively a CBD advocate. I mean, shoot. They have pixie sticks for one. These things are great. These are 30 milligram CBDs. This is the raspberry one I was telling you all about. They have suckers. This one, I don't even remember what milligram it was. Some of my other candy that I have in here ain't my CBD. They have honeys. I think these ones are 10 milligrams or 30. They had different flavors. I've shown the gummies and different ones. And I can't get flagged for this because it's CBD. Okay, it's not really marijuana. It's CBD. This is natural healing. I am a witch. I am a pagan. This is stuff I teach. So this is different things I show. And I wanted to show because people need to learn about this stuff. And this is what I wanted to show, that I'm not just doing this. I don't want people just to come to my channel thinking, oh, we can go get tarot card readings. We can go get tarot and just pendulum. I don't want to be used just for my ability for my third eye. And I don't want people just coming to me just for that. I've been teaching about Samhain. And I've only had maybe a few people come in. And that's kind of, disconcerting. Because I'm like, dude, this is like a major holiday. And people normally dress up for Halloween, slutty and whorish. And don't get me wrong, I love Halloween. Favorite time of year. Every day's Halloween for me. I'm a witch. Come on now. Samhain. Hello. Hello. Don't get me started, honey. Shit. Okay, so I'm teaching about it. I mean, I've been reading chapters. I screw up on my reading sometimes because my teeth are screwed up. I'm working on it because I'm proactive on getting cigarettes off the shelves. Now, if I knew, they didn't really say back in the day when I picked up smoking that it would fudge with your teeth as bad as mine look now. Because people think, oh, she did meth. Oh, she did coke. Oh, she did heroin. Honey, heroin addicts are skinny little stick figures. My ass has never been that skinny. I have been small, but I have always had meat on my bones. I am a thick, curvy girl. Okay, honey? Don't even. Meth heads? I'm hyper. My ass so only on my Instagram, and that's because I'm trying to get the stupid thing to work. Okay, don't even get me started. I have a personality. I am funny, but meth addicts, you people need to watch Meth America on HBO. You need to get your information. You need to quit judging people, and you need to learn to advocate yourself on education and quit being ignorant, because you people are really stupid when you're judging people and not knowing anything about their teeth. This is called smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I did it to myself. Do I deserve judgment? To honestly answer that question, I judge myself enough. That's why I started smoking. Um, I've done this on Facebook where I've broken down. I don't need someone judging me for it. Do I want to sue the companies? If I can get a lawyer to help me, hell fucking yeah, I would. I've been trying to get dentists to help me fix my teeth right now. I have such a bad ear infection and tooth infection right now, the whole jaw. I mean, I have been scrubbing the blood out. I am on such high doses of antibiotics. I mean, going to the dentist, I want to get my teeth done. I've had beautiful vampire natural teeth. I was proud of my teeth. Probably the main reason why I put on so much weight is because I can't really chew my food down. So yeah, it affects someone's self-image. Sometimes it affects my self-conscious. So I don't need someone else clocking me and judging me for something like that. I do it myself enough. And breaking down on the camera, yeah, it hurts. And that's why I try to teach people, because they need to know CBD won't do that to you. And that's why I love CBD. I love the feeling that it gives me. It makes me feel good. There's no bad side effects. It gives me what I need. It gives you that, it's like a best friend. And I don't have to worry about it messing up my teeth. And it's beautiful. People might judge me, but you know what? Whatever. If you got that insecurities that you need to knock someone else down, go ahead. I'm here trying to help other people. I'm taking time out of my day, out of my schedule, from my family, to sit on the computer to let whomever wants to judge me. And I'm trying to help people say, hey, look, I care enough about you to where you can come watch my videos and sit down and say, hey, look, this can help you possibly. This is the education you may need. Not too many people back in the day would have done that. So, that's why I'm doing this. So I'm sharing it. And sometimes it's just, ugh. And that's why I get so uptight about people using me as well, because it's just like, I got a short time, and I've shortened it enough from smoking. I don't know what damage I've done to my heart either, because my mom, from smoking, she had massive open heart surgery. They had to remove all her teeth. She has dentures. She lives at home with me. I love my mama. And it's something you don't think about. And it's something a lot of people need to stop and think about, because you don't know really. And I believe in reincarnation being that my roots and being what I feel, because I know we have all ethereal beings, most of us, because I feel it deeply. So it's something people need to think about. Now on the CBD, because I'm trying to teach people that it's John DeShitero channel. This one here is 100 milligrams, okay? This is energy and weight. It'll help you lose weight, and for your energy, what you do is you spritz it underneath your tongue. They say about 5 to 6 sprays, use it as need be. They have different ones where I live. I live in, Central Texas. That's a spray for that one. Now, see, this is different CBD stuff I use. They have one for sleep even. This one's for anxiety, because see how hyper I am? Girl, needs some anxiety one. Same thing. And they taste good. Same thing. And they tell you, where does it say? Right there. See? anxiety. And then on the side, it says energy and that. And then, and I showed the candy earlier for the one that just came in. I did show the candy. If you want me to show you the candy, type it in the comment and I'll show you. This is the Terps disposable CBD. It's really cool. It's real dank. I love the flavor of dank. No comment why. Can't wait till they legalize it all because they need to, because the world would be a better place. Everybody would be happier if everybody would smoke them a fatty. These ones are all disposable. These ones you can use for pain, inflammation, sleep, anxiety. This one is berries. It's disposable. This one is watermelon. And this one is pineapple. All you do is you can take it with you. You hit it when need be. And you can hit it as many times. I would say don't hit it too much because you don't want to overhit it because you don't want to get it hot. I don't know. I didn't ask. I'm learning because shoot, this white one, I think I'm getting close to getting it empty. I've had that one, I want to say close to 5 months, I think. I haven't emptied it yet, and it's disposable. And I use it quite often. So I teach about CBD, what I learn here. I teach about, of course, I've been on Solomon. We're behind. I'm on costumes right now. And this is what I'm trying to let everybody know, that I don't want everyone getting stuck that I'm just only teaching, just, helping people out with tarot, pendulum. I want everyone to know that I do other things. Like, I also want to show people, like, my friend actually did this. It was really cool. He personalized it for me. He actually went and got me a Book of Shadows made. And I actually really like it. It's a while back. And I still have it. And I'm working on it. I want to start showing people how to work on their own Book of Shadows. People want to work on how to make their own, like, definitions for their own tarot cards. If people are curious how to do that. What stones are good for you. There's different things that I want to work on, because this is going to be different things. Even I'm going to sit down and do a get ready with y'all, and y'all can ask me any questions you want. It won't always be about pendulum tarot. You can ask me different things, random questions. I just don't always want it to be derivative of always just that one thing, because I always will feel like, okay, I'm being used, and I don't want it always to go back to that. I don't mind it, because that's one thing I'm here to help y'all with, but I need to get to know my audience as well. I need my audience to also get to know me and how I need to help y'all, and how, get to fill y'all out, because come in, can you do this? Can you do this? And it's like, really? And I've had this problem since high school, because I've always sat down, I've helped people, I've asked them questions. I mean, I got so good that one of my friends hiccuped, and I could tell her who was thinking about her. And she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh God. And then all my friends started doing it. And I'm like, I curse myself. I'm a master of my own success. And it sucks. But it's a good thing. But, people have got to learn that when people go to help you, but they're also showing you education, you need to go in and be okay with the education as well. And not be scared of it. And if you're going to start stepping into a realm, you need to start learning of the different realms. Because if you're going to ask someone about a psychic ability, then you need to be like, okay, if I'm asking these questions, then maybe I need to figure out more different things. Because you can't, be curious of a world, but then kind of turn your nose above it. You know what I mean? And no, you're fine, Glitter. Pendulum. Most answers I get from pendulums, yeah, I have gotten mostly truthful answers from them. It depends on the spirits that's there that's working with you. What I tend to do when I'm working with pendulums, I try to be in an area that there's not a lot of, like air conditioner, fans. Um, like I try to call the spirits that's with me, and anywhere I'm at, I always have spirits with me, and I channel them because either I get like a lot of cold spots around me, or it gets really hot, and my pendulum goes and bam. Most of the time I get an answer like that with either within, like I say, a minute, or if a spirit's like, ooh, this one's a rocky, this is a very difficult question, because a spirit's kind of picking up on turbulence in the question, because the people are at a very, they're like at a standpoint, maybe. It depends on the question, because you got to think about people themselves are very fickle. So most of the time, like I said, pendulums are right on it, but you also have to think about the people in general. So that's how you have to, it's like a balance. You got to think about Lady Justice, So that's how I would tell you to go about it. Another thing, you can make a pendulum pretty much out of anything. My favorite pendulums are ones that I use. Like I use mine, that's normally my necklace, which ain't no on me. I love normally having it adorned on me. Is normally my pentagram, or pentacle, as everyone calls it. And it's normally got my athame, not my athame, amethyst and moonstone with it, and it's my favorite. I bought it from a witch's store that's no longer here. It was in Killeen, Texas, and it was like my favorite witch's store to go to, because the ambience when I walked in, and I'm a psychic vampire, so I normally turn it off, but when I walk in, they would just let me feed, and I'm like, oh, candy. And I bought both necklaces from them actually, and it's an excellent pendulum, especially when you're using crystals. You can use any stone crystal that has a sharp point, because normally they're the easiest, because they're from the earth, and spirits are drawn to them because they're earthbound. And most of the time, believe it or not, earthbound stones, they have spirits in them already. So it helps guide. That's a lot of things a lot of people do not know. They think using metal pendulums are best. Sometimes, yes, but I would always say using a sharp, already used, like maybe a necklace piece, crystal type, is the best that I prefer, because you can always, like, if you know how to look it up in the light, you can almost see a spirit in them sometimes. And I don't exercise them. I use them. I take care of them. They're like little babies I hold on to. I love them with all my heart, and they help me do my work all the time. And it's beautiful. So, pendulums are really good. Between the tarot, the pendulum, you don't have to have a lot of the witch's tools, but me, it just feels good to sometimes have them, because it makes you feel more witchy. Because when I first was able to start buying the witches stuff, like I got my cauldron, I got my athame, I actually got my altar, and I'm like, I went berserk. I got everything. I got the bell, I got the chalice. I went ham, and it felt good, because when I had my altar made the way I wanted it, I just sat there and I looked at it, and it was just like Nirvana. It was just like, I felt like myself. And I'm not telling everybody you have to do this. It's just me, because I felt like I was holding myself back for so long, because this is who I really am. And I've helped so many people, and me being this way. And if y'all see my altar, like when I get to my new place and I put my altar out, when y'all see my altar, y'all are going to be like, I'm not saying, like I said, you guys do not need to do this. If you want to do this, go for it. You do not need to spend the money. You do not have to put it out there. But if you want to do it, It's cool. The only thing I say that it is good to do, research. Research is your best friend. That's the only thing that held me back so much is I wanted to go to the library so much. I wanted to read, and my grandmother at the time, I think she knew what I was doing, and I would go to the library, sneak in, sit there and read through the books, go home. Because if I took the books home, because my mom was at work, my mom didn't care what I read, because my mom, she's a witch. So my grandpa, he's a druid. He's no longer with us. But my grandmother, she was a devout Christian. Independent fundamental Christian Baptist. So it was the strictest of the strictest. King James Bible, you walk the strictest line. The hem of your skirt, your dress had to go below your knee. You're, right up here. I even have 4 doctrines in Christianity. I actually have 4 Bible colleges degrees. So, it's ridiculous. I'm glad I do because I have the education, but I got literally force-fed something I didn't want. So it's crazy. But what I'm trying to teach people, if you don't have the money, this is actually what I started off at. And this is, like I told my friends, because they're like, how do I do my Book of Shadows? I'm like, okay, this is how I first started. I know you're going to laugh. That's how I started. I did my readings in here. I had my first few readings, and I did this because I wanted to show some of my students. I've had this thing for a while, which I actually have a spell that I need to put in one of my Book of Shadows I got. My mom got this for my birthday, so this was a birthday she got me a while back, and this came in one of my witch casket thingies. But I have a spell that I need to glue into that one. But yeah. You can make do with what you have. You don't have to go out of your way. And see, these are like different things that I want to. My niece actually got me this book for Christmas, which I love my niece. She knows what I like. I love it when you have certain family members who get you. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Bonita. I speak some Spanish, but not also. I had an issue the other night when I was doing a reading. I was sitting there going on my phone. I was like, oh yeah, I could translate on my phone. It was funny. Oh my gosh. It was chaotic. But it was a chaotic fun. But yeah, there's so many different things that I do want to show on here that I'm wanting to do. Like I said, I get ready. Maybe like a witchy get ready. Like old school witchy looks, like where they do like the lines, the dots, things like that. There's so many different things I want to do aside from the tarot and the pendulum. I do like doing them because I owe people readings and I'm going to get to them. I'm trying to figure out how they can inbox me because I heard other YouTubers talking about inboxing on here, and then they're like, oh, you can inbox in the message. And I'm like, I swear there's a private mailbox system on freaking YouTube, but then I sounded like a really stupid person, and I'm like, okay, I'm intelligent. I know what I'm talking about. I swear. Then I'm like, I sound like a smart, stupid person now. Great. I'm losing subscribers now. Sponsored by Arizona Tea. Not. I wish. That'd be cool to get some sponsors. Yay. Anyway. But yeah, that's what's coming up. Is I try to do tarot card readings every Friday. How I go about doing them is how I was wanting to do them, and then everything got crazy 2 nights ago. Is I do like a random reading just for out someone in the universe, and everybody, and I was like, what the flip? I was like, okay, can I ask you again? I'm like, whoa, this is normally what happens to me on Facebook, not on YouTube. Did not expect it. It was a blessing, but I was like, A witch wasn't ready. A girl was not prepared, but it was really awesome. And I actually made a really cool friend. It's awesome. Tara with T, I love her. I mean, I've watched some of her videos already. She is really cool. I love her. And it just flip mode me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, woo. I mean, I'm really good at my tarot, but I didn't expect so many questions at once because I was doing the tarot. And as I was reading the tarot, I pictured a friend of mine and it tripped me out. And then I pictured another friend of mine and it tripped me out. And I was like on an emotional level. And then all of it happened at one time. And I was like, okay, it was a good distraction at the same time. And then I was like, you know what? Let me come on here and kind of get away from that and kind of explain what else I wanted to do. And then some days y'all going to see me come on here and rant. Like sometimes I get on like presidential things, and believe me, I might lose points for that because I miss our old president, and I hope people don't get mad at me for saying that. I miss Obama. I really do. I miss Obama. That was my favorite president right now. And I don't like the one we have right now. These are like the rants that I might do down the road. People might need to understand where I'm coming from and the state that we're in, especially in the spiritual realm that we're in, because badly enough, like with what's going on, Trump was actually wanting people to start attacking the spiritual people because a lot of the spiritual people were wanting to put spells on Trump to get him out of office. And it just got bad. And I personally have my own issues with him because I feel there should be so much more things in a unanimous way for our country that should be done. Like personally, me being Native American, I don't like what they did to the Native American land. I don't like what they did in Hawaii because I feel Hawaii is Native American island brethren of us. I don't believe in ruining land that was in the Declaration of Independence that was promised that they were not going to go ahead and take up and ruin. So my views are on a more stronger note because they're taking things that were promised that were not going to get done and not ruined when he went and put that oil, like those oil pipes in the Native American land, and they actually got ruined and it went into the water line, and that's water that Native Americans had to drink, and the horrendous crimes that were happening at that time, and he didn't care. And those are things like I'm concerned about because being that I have Cherokee and I have Blackfoot in me, that's something that hits home to me. And those are things that I would definitely rant about because I'm sitting here like, people just stopped talking about that. And then seeing where everybody went there and they started standing there, tons of people started making a stand. And that made me happy because I didn't think people were going to do that. And I was like, wow, that affected me on such a level that I didn't think people were like on that level. And I was like, yes. But then the thing is, people didn't go do that for Hawaii. And I think that they should have, because these are lands that hold such spiritual energy that people do not understand, that if you would go to these lands and if you would literally just touch these lands and feel these lands and feel what put into these lands, you would quake. And this is what I try to teach my students is nurture the earth. Nurture your brother and your sister. Respect. Like if you're going to take something from the earth, put something back in its place. Like if you're going to take up a tree, put another tree in its place. If you're going to take up a root of like a fruit, put another fruit in its place. Learn something from it, teach something from it. And that's originally what I'm trying to teach. And people like who we have in our office, that's what my rants go to, is they don't care. Obama, that's why I liked him. He would have done something like that. He would have went and been like, no, go do something better. And like the war he did, he took care of Osama bin Laden, someone that actually attacked us, that actually went and killed how many people at the Twin Towers? Someone that actually physically attacked us at a war that had been going on for God knows how long, and Trump had been talking so much crap about. But yet, at the time that he's getting impeached, he goes and starts a war over nothing just so he don't get impeached. See, those are like my rants over people being complete idiots. And my son is sleep talking. My son is sleep talking so bad, it's cute. That's my oldest. He's 20. He's so out of it right now because he's delirious. He took Tylenol PMs and he's but yeah, I mean, things like that, it's because I'm passionate about it. I do care about people. It's just I wish people could get back to caring. And it's like I was telling my son, like back in the 80s, I remember like even trick-or-treating, the energy I would feel. Like being able just kids, like younger kids, being able to walk together. And it was a different vibe. Going out walking now, there's like this animosity I feel with people. There's a hate. Like even going grocery, like watching people on Black Friday. Like really? And then thinking about it on a spiritual level, it's like you're fighting over all this little stuff. They ain't really marked down. And I'm like, is this stuff really necessary? Is this stuff going to feed you? Is this stuff going to take care of your family? Is this stuff really going to do something for you in the future? Is this stuff going to stand the test of time? Is this stuff really going to do something nurturing for your family? Is this stuff going to go in the backyard and grow fruit for your family? Is this stuff going to do something 10 years from now for your family? No, this stuff's probably going to stop working in about 5-6 years. So this stuff ain't really going to do nothing for you, but you're in the stores acting like bumbling idiots that people like me sit at home, watch you on TV, laughing my butt off. Like, do you know how ridiculous you look? That you're over here fist fighting over someone over a broken Teletubby, over a TV that's only marked down maybe $5. And then Cyber Monday, people get half their credit cards hacked. It's like, come on, guys. You know, things that you could be doing that buy trees, plant trees. People are complaining about, oh my God, the planet's heating. Da, da, da. Plant trees. You guys are cutting down so many trees, building so many houses. The world is not as populated as people think. If you plant more trees and quit building all these houses that nobody's actually living in, break down half these houses, put more trees up, help build back up the oxygen level, put more grass, you'll notice the climate change. There is a climate change because we don't have trees. We don't have grass. We don't have a lot of nature to help climate it up. Because if we think about it, oxygen helps build an ozone layer to help build a barrier, to help keep it cooler, and to help keep the correct climates, to help keep the correct 4 seasons. I live in Texas. I'm lucky if I get to see 2 seasons. I don't even get to see snow. I'm pissed about that. I have been begging my husband to let us move somewhere else because I am like, I'm going to have to go see my sister in Alaska just to see snow. Like, I'm going to move to Alaska. Screw this. I'm tired of living in Texas. I told him I hate Texas. I really do. Texas is the worst place to live. I mean, I'm highly allergic to cedar. Cedar could kill me. And I love pine. I love snow. I mean, I love autumn. Autumn is like my favorite season of the freaking year. I was born in November. Yeah. So I mean, but people don't stop and think about this stuff. If we would start paying attention to the little things like that, it would make a difference in the earth. You know, they're thinking about just tearing down, build, 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 build. Stop building. Start planting. And these are the things that I'm trying to also put out there. Because, like, when I get my own permanent home, if I can plant so many things, I would. And I'm going to. I want my own private waterfall. I want magnolias. I want pine trees. I mean, I want like a little temple to where I can do my own rituals. I can do my own spells. Like if my own students want to come over and practice with me, they can. Where we can meditate together, where I could teach them how to do the proper tarot, to where I can do my own things and have like my own little type of schooling area. It's what I actually want to do. And, you know, get back to what life is supposed to be like. Not all this chaotic bullshit that these big business dogs like Trump and these New York people that are trying to push on us. It's like, dude, yeah, business is business, but you know what? You don't have to destroy the world to do business. You know, why you're going to destroy the world, but if you destroy the world, there ain't going to be no money left for you to enjoy the world. So this turned into a rant instead of an educational video. It happens. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going to be coming up, guys. Down the road, I hope you guys are going to enjoy what's coming. This week I might not be on, and it's not because I'm burned out. My husband's going to be on vacation, and when he's home, I spend time with him and the kids. That is always my rule, and got to do a lot more packing. I've literally got 6 months left, and I got a whole kitchen to pack. I've got my mom's room. My room I've done a good bit. So, yeah. I got my youngest's room to do. This kitchen back here is a mess. If anybody has any type of like stones that they're curious about me reading on or anything like that, I would like to know if there's anything in particular other than, you know, get off the topic of different things. Ask me different things too. Y'all can comment any one video. Like if y'all go to a video and you're curious about something I'm saying in the video, comment the video. It will pop up in my notifications. Ask me a question, you know, comment in my video. I will leave, if you guys want to send me a private message, comment in there and I can leave my email. I can link up my emails to where y'all could privately email me. I don't mind the emails. If you guys want to privately email me, just don't blow me up. I've had so much clutter in my emails. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. So yeah, if it comes to that, I don't mind. When I say stones, hold up. There's this one, and I think this is the only one I left out from not packing. Yeah. Okay. Oop, big old booby in the mood. Sorry. That's going to get demonetized. Big old booby in the screen. Sorry about that. I'm top heavy. That's what I'm talking about right there. That beauty. It's literally covered. It tells you what they're good for. I mean, emotional, physical, availability, colors, types. I mean, it goes on and tells you everything. I've got other books like this. And see, I buy these so I could tell my student, my cat. Beauty of having familiars. They're telling you, Mommy, I found one that I want to wear as a necklace with my pendulum. Can you get it? I haven't even bought your pendulum, you bastard. Gotta love familiars, right? But yeah, so there's other things I have. I even have ones I'm wanting to make poppets. I used to have Dammit dolls. I had Kachina dolls. I used to make private voodoo dolls. I mean, I've done everything. I mean, I've dabbled into everything. I mean, I even went so far as into doing Santeria because I have friends that I knew in El Paso that I've actually met curanderas from being out in El Paso. The brujas out there are wild. Um, you meet a lot of people in the culture, being in the culture, which is the Mexican witches, the healers, and it's an interesting path. It's an interesting life. And when you come across someone of your own and you get to see their aura and you get to feel their energy and you cross paths with someone of your own kind, it's a uniqueness, and it's what I enjoy about being this way, because when you see someone of your own and once you start opening um your own gift, then you don't even have to say nothing to one another. You just see each other and it's just the eyes speak. And it's just like that knowing. And that's something of beauty. And that's something of raw energy that you don't get to understand. And people say it's evil. There's really nothing evil in it. You can make it evil by your intent. And that's something I also want to teach. And people, don't get it twisted. I am going to teach spells on here too. So don't get scared. When I do spells, you might see different things. You might see my energy shift. You might see me shift. When you see me shift, do not freak out. Okay? It is something you need to learn as a young witch and as a young person. It is something you need to embrace if this is the path you're going to walk, because you cannot look down at your nose as who you are and what you are. You need to accept it. You need to accept the energies that help you, the spirits that come through to aid you, because when you're shifting and the energies are coming through you, they're coming through you and aiding you and giving you energy. And when they're giving you energy, they're putting the energy into the magic. So you have to understand it's a whole different aspect. And the intent is what you have in your heart, what you're feeling at the moment when you're casting the spell. So there's times I've had hate in my heart. I'm not going to lie. And I didn't pay it forward sometimes when I casted my spell. And that's another thing, paying it forward. If you don't do the right things, you don't be proper to people, you don't do things of kindness, you get certain tests to pay it forward. The deities will test you. The goddesses and the gods will test you to pay it forward. They will give you an opportunity to pay your debt forward. And if you do not pay it forward, you will get punished. And when I say you will get punished, Lord and behold, you will get spanked in ways you do not know. Health, money. When I say money, I mean career. And it's something to be scared of. Like I said, when you get an opportunity to pay it forward, it means when you get an opportunity to help someone out, like say if you see an elderly person in a wheelchair that is needing help to get out and you just walk by being a bitch, when you could go over there, let me help you out. Go help them out. Don't be a prick about it. Don't be a bitch about it. I know that might sound rude. That's paying it forward. Pay it forward. That's what more people need to do. If you're going to cast a spell and you want to bring something forward and you want to push a judgment, not revenge, judgment. There's a difference. If you're going to push revenge, you're going to get every bit of the punishment you are invoking at that moment. And you know what? There ain't going to be no paying it forward back, honey. People are going to tell you, oh, you can, yeah. You can, no. You're going to get karma no matter which way. Revenge is revenge, no matter what way you want to polish that turd. Revenge is revenge. I don't care how you want to try to paint it. If someone wants to call in here and call it bullshit, any witch, any whatever, be my guest. Lie to people. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be real. I mightn't get in trouble with other witches for being this real, but I'm going to tell you like it is. You will get your ass spanked. If you're willing to pay that cost, do it. I've done it. I was willing to pay the cost, and let me tell you something, a person never crossed me. They understood I wasn't playing. They understood I had an ability, and believe me, this person feared me, and when I put my foot down, they freaking left. They didn't even question the terms, and they knew I wasn't playing with them. And it's what I needed to do to protect my family. And it's what every young witch needs to do sometimes to protect their family. Huh, baby. Oldest familiar in the house at the moment. Nikwa. But when you're doing it the right reason and you're doing it to push judgment, there's a different thing of helping aid judgment along forward. And that's something I'm going to have to teach y'all. That might be a 10-part video. No lie. And I might be BSing a little bit, but sometimes I might not be. Helping push judgment sometimes, it might be depend on your own personal pain, or it might because it needs to be done. It's hard to say. That's why I want to help teach, because there's been so many people that have been hurt in the world, and you can help, like I said, but okay, I'm trying to get my go down. Stupid notifications. They don't want to leave me alone, and I don't want my battery dying when I'm trying to do this video. You just gotta make sure your heart's in the right place, and when you're doing a spell, it's like doing an interrogation. Your heart needs to be steady, your mind needs to be in the right place, and you need to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. You can't have hate in your heart. Any spell you do, you need to make sure you're doing it for the right purpose. You have to think. Like first time I did a souring for one of my friends, and it worked. It worked for about almost a year. And it was towards another friend of mine. And do I feel bad for it now? Yeah, actually I do. Because the friend I did it on, and they're actually two of my best friends. I was the monkey in the middle, to tell you honest, that I did the souring on. It was two of my best friends. And it's like, and I didn't know how to pick because I loved them both. And when you're young and dumb and you're doing spells and you're learning about your gift, you're tested. And Lord, was I tested. If my past lives could have shown back then, I wish and prayed that they did, but they didn't. And I still love them both. One's in my life now, and I'm glad that they are, and I hope they stay in my life until the day I die now. The other one, I try to watch from afar because I worry about this one. This one's made a change in their life, but I worry because they have bad elements in their life, and I can't make a step, and I can't be in their life because these elements in their life, I'll probably go to jail. These elements in their life are not good elements, and these elements are just, they push my temper, they push my Glock finger. My Glock finger will turn into a fist finger, and they're of age now, and I can just, Lord, the things I could do to these ones. And they push my temper. And the thing is, I have a hot head. Me being a Scorpio and having care for people, and my heart, she wears a heavy crown. Lord, does she wear a heavy crown. That crown is glittered, jeweled. My dryer just almost made me crap my pants. This season on Punked, top of this dryer almost made her shit her pants. Brought to you by her dying Chromebook. Anyway, I'm a character. Yeah. Anywho, just say to my younger audience, always think before you do something, because I do put on here an age limit for a reason, because I've made a lot of bad choices when I was younger. And this is from like 17 all the way up until I was like 27. I made a lot of bad choices. And they were very questionable and not proud. Not proud at all. Lord, not proud. If I can go back to that younger self, I'd kick myself's ass all over Central Texas. Believe me, I'd be whooping her ass. She'd get me around, believe me, because she's younger, she's feisty. She doesn't have injuries like I do right now, so she'd give me a run of the mill, man. Up until she got the injuries that I have now, then she might be limping like I am, but because I broke one ankle one year, and then about 2.5 years ago, I broke this ankle and fractured this shoulder. So healing myself with my Athamaze. Not my Athamaze, my Amethyst. Why do I keep saying? Well, because they almost sound like Athame and Amethyst. Comedy hour. That's what I should do. The Witches Comedy Hour. Yep, that's what I'm going to start calling it. The Witches Comedy Hour. Oh my God. Anyway, just always think I'm going to start going through this stuff with you guys and doing the tarot cards on Fridays, but not this Friday because my husband don't go back to work until Sunday. So you guys won't see me. I'll make a note and I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I love you guys. Remember, stay true to yourself. Yesterday wasn't given. Today was a blessing. Tomorrow's not promised. So to remember to always look at it as a blessing. I love you guys. Remember, stay excellent. Love you guys. Blessed be.